Morning. This time we'll discuss phylogenetic tree. Phylogenetic tree is a visual representation of the relationship between different organisms, showing the path through evolutionary time from a common ancestor to different descendants. Tree can represent relationship ranging from the entire history of life on Earth down to individual in a population. Every phylogenetic tree is a hypothesis about relationship. Some are well supported by data, others are not. Now let's see the summary history of phylogenetic tree. The first one is early representation of branching phylogenetic tree include a paleontological chart showing the geological relationship among plant and animal in the book Elementary Geology by Edward Hitchcock in 1840. And second, Charles Darwin in 1859 also produced one of the first illustration and crucially popularized the notion of an evolutionary tree in his seminal book, The Origin of Species. There are several purposes of phylogenetic trees, such as understanding human origin, understanding biogeography, such as what is the relative importance of dispersal versus vicariance, learning about the tempo of evolution, understanding the origin of particular trait, understanding the process of molecular evolution, origin of a disease, such as where did human get it from. Importantly, a phylogenetic tree provides an initiative and efficient structure for organizing knowledge of biodiversity and allow one to develop an accurate, non-progressive conception of the totality of evolutionary history. It is therefore important for all aspiring biologists to develop the skill and knowledge needed to understand phylogenetic tree and their place in modern evolutionary theory. Commonly, there are several types of diagram on a phylogenetic tree. A dendrogram is a branching diagram that represents the relationship of a similarity among a group of entities. The dendrogram is most commonly created as an output from hierarchical clustering. The main use of dendrogram is to work out the best way to allocate objects to a cluster. A cladogram is a diagram with depict the relationship between different groups of taxa called a clade. Cladogram can also be called phylogeny or a tree. Cladogram are constructed by grouping organisms together based on their shared derived characteristics. In the past, cladograms were drawn based on similarity in phenotype or physical trait among organisms. Today, similarity in DNA sequence among organisms can also be used to draw cladogram. The difference between a dendrogram and cladogram is cladogram refers to the branching tree diagram, which is generated to show the similarity between species and their ancestor. Dendrogram is a branching tree diagram which represents taxonomical relationship between the organism. Epilogram is a scale phylogenetic tree in which branch lengths are proportional to the amount of apollogenary divergence. Now let's see the terminology of phylogenetic tree. These terminology are commonly used in phylogenetic tree summarized in the table. The vertical line called branches represent a lineage, and nodes are where they differs, representing a speciation even from a common ancestor. The trunk at the base of the tree is called the root. Let's see this figure. This is the root. This is the branch, and this is the node. Type of phylogenetic tree. A root phylogenetic tree is a tree with a unique root node corresponding to the most recent common ancestor of all entities at the leaf of the tree. A root phylogenetic tree is a diagram which shows the last common ancestor of the group. Unroot tree illustrate the relatedness of the leaf node without making assumption about common ancestry. An unroot tree has a node with 3 edges. The rest of the node have up to 2 edges. An unroot phylogenetic tree shows the relationship between organisms without showing the common ancestor. There are two main ways to root and unroot phylogenetic tree. They are finding an outgroup. This requires a prior knowledge about the relationship between a taxa. Then a taxon which lie outside the group can be used as an outgroup to draw a root phylogenetic tree. Then finding the midpoint or a distance. The midpoint of the most distant two taxa in the tree can be assumed as a root for a phylogenetic tree. Let's see this one. This is the type of phylogenetic tree, a root phylogenetic tree, and a root of phylogenetic tree. Let's see this one, this figure. This is a root tree, and this is unroot tree. Then now let's move to the difference between root and unroot. Several difference between root and unroot tree we can see in this table. This is root versus unroot phylogenetic tree. See this one. A root phylogenetic tree is a diagram which shows the last common ancestor of the group. In this case, unroot phylogenetic tree shows relationship between organisms without showing the common ancestor. This is the node. This is direction of evolution, and this is the attitude toward others. Now let's move to type of phylogenetic tree. Type of phylogenetic tree, the bifurcating tree, a tree that bifurcates has a maximum of 2 descendants arising from each of the interior node. The multi-furcating tree, a tree that multi-furcate has multiple descendants arising from each of the interior node. Both root and unroot tree can be either bifurcating or multifurcating. A root bifurcating tree has exactly 2 descendants arising from each interior node. That is, it forms a binary tree. And an unroot bifurcating tree takes the form of an unrooted binary tree, a pre-tree with exactly 3 neighbors at its internal node. In contrast, a root multifurcating tree may have more than 2 children at some node, and an unrooted multifurcating tree may have more than 3 neighbors at some node. The main type to construct the phylogenetic tree are: the first one, character-based method. In this case, we use the aligned character such as DNA or a protein sequence directly during tree inference. Then the second is transform the sequence data into pairwise distance and then use the matrix during tree building. Let's see this one. This is taxa, and also this one. Now let's see the phylogenetic tree building. How the phylogenetic tree construct. The first, the taxon are organized. The taxon are the organism we are using to prepare a phylogenetic tree. Taxon are denoted on the tip of the tree. The taxa is the group of all organisms who are sharing the common clade. Here, taxon 1 and taxon 2 are considered in a single taxa and sister group because of having the common ancestor. The taxon 3 is considered as the outgroup to the entire taxa. Furthermore, node 1 is the common ancestor point for taxon 1 and 2, while node 2 is a common ancestor for node 1 and taxon 3. From the above 3, we can say the organisms of taxon 1 and 2 are more similar in terms of phenotype and genetic sequence, while the organism of taxon 3 is not so similar because it is not on the same lineage or node. So all 3 are sharing the common ancestor on node 2. This one. The node is also known as the branch point at where different branches of organisms share the common ancestor. The 1, 2, 3, and 4 are different organisms or species of interest to study and located on branches. The end of phylogenetic tree is known as the root, where the tree ended for the selected organism. Notably, it not represent the most common recent ancestor of the group of species. Now let's move to phylogenetic tree application. Several applications of phylogenetic tree are a tree of life, analyzing changes that have occurred in evolution of different organisms. Second, phylogenetic relationship among genes can help predict which one might have a similar function. Then follow changes occurring in rapidly changing species. And the last application in medical and biological research, such as drug discovery and conservation biology. The inference of phylogeny with computational method. Phylogeny trees have already witnessed application in numerous practice domains, such as in conservation biology. In this case, illegal whale hunting, epidemiology, prediction evolution, forensic, dental practice, HIV transmission, gene function prediction, and drug development. Several limitations of a phylogeny tree can be seen in this slide. The first one is inaccurate evolutionary history. The data used is a little noisy. Problem facing in single type of character basing. Homoplasy would be unlike from natural selection. And length of range does not mean the timing pass. So let's see this one, a phylogeny tree, this one a phylogeny tree of a different organism. Then this B, you can see this one. This is a phylogeny tree by using a gene sequencing. Now let's move to tool for create a phylogenic tree. In case of discussing a phylogeny tree, we can use Cluster Omega database. In this case, we can select our own target. Then we use this system. Then let's see this one. We have several sequence of a target that we want to determine. Then after that, we will get this one, a phylogenic tree. This is a neighboring joining tree without distant correction. Then let's see this one and this one. I think that's all for this time. Thank you so much and see you next time. Thank you.